Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be doing a monochromatic makeup look. This one right here. It's very pinky. So I wanted to do a monochromatic kind of pink look because of Anna from Dose of Color. She posted a really pretty monochromatic look. I already talked to you guys about it in another video. I am going to be using the Marvelous Mauves palette from Dose of Colors to create this look. I did stick with just the lighter shades and I didn't dip into any of the darker ones just to keep it really light and springy. I'm going to start with foundation, and today I'm going to mix my Pro Glow shade number 205. I'm gonna mix it with the Sephora Luminizing Drops because you can use the drops by itself or mix it with foundation. I know it probably sounds like, if you use Pro Glow, it probably sounds crazy because it's already so glowy, but I want it like extra glows, you know? This is the shade I always use, Morning Light, which is like the lighter one. I also have the shade Ultralight. I don't know why it's called Ultralight, but this one's a little bit more bronzy. I'm thinking maybe I'll mix that one in with my foundation. Here is Ultralight. Yeah, I feel like I'll mix that one in with my foundation just to make it a little bit on the bronzier side. Before I mix in the drops, I'm just gonna do the Pro Glow center of my face without the drops just because, you know, I don't need any extra luminosity like in my nose area. And now I'm gonna mix in the drops. All right, and then I just mixed in a couple drops with my foundation. Pop, pop, pop. Bounce, 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 bounce. It's pretty glowy, huh?
Fuck yeah.
Too glowy?
Never.
All right, and then to highlight my under eyes, I'm gonna use NARS Canal, shade Light 2.75 Radiant Creamy Concealer. All right, and to set directly on the under eye, I'm gonna use my RCMA No Color Powder. Just a little bit, dust it right underneath the lid. And then I'm gonna mix a little bit of the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for under eyes. I'm gonna mix a little bit of that with RCMA powder and then set like the rest of the cheek area, just because it is gonna help to brighten it a little bit. To start highlighting, I'm gonna take some of my drops, the Sephora drops, and put them on my hand. Oh shit, that was so much. I'm curious, what's your favorite like liquid highlighter? I've tried some creams, but I feel like liquid goes on my skin a little bit smoother. So what are some of your favorite like liquid highlighters? That way I can start trying some other ones. This is my little beauty blender, by the way. It's like for cream blush. All right, and to highlight the skin on top of the drops, just to make the skin look a little glossy with the drops, you know, I'm gonna use the Colourpop. This is from the Pink collection, their monochromatic collection I talked about in my hot new shit video. It has a nice pretty pink highlighter in here, which I haven't used this particular highlighter yet. I did use the sand one, which I thought was like a little bit too white when I swatched it, but I put it on and it looked really pretty. So I like the sand one. Let's hope I like this one and it doesn't turn my cheek pink, you know? My worst nightmare. All right, I'm gonna stop right there because if I keep going, it'll turn into pink cheek. But we have a nice, pretty, pinky highlighter. All right, and then just to powder my cheeks, kind of set them a little bit before I put blush on, I'm gonna try the MAC. This is the Next to Nothing pressed powder in the shade Medium, which looks pretty light for being medium, I think, but it feels super silky when you swatch it, kind of like that Charlotte Tilbury powder that I really like. So with this, I feel like I should just talk about this for a second. The MAC Next to Nothing face color. I can't tell you how excited I was for this to come out because I thought it was a new foundation from MAC. I thought it was just gonna be like a lightweight foundation, maybe like something a step above Face and Body because that's a little bit too watery for me. It's hard for me to find a light coverage foundation that I really like because, I don't know, maybe I don't like light coverage foundation. I'm not sure what it is. I feel like they're a lot trickier than full coverage foundations. Anyway, when I swatched this on my hand, it felt like a balm, kind of weird. And I tried one of them on over my foundation because I heard you either got to put it under it or over a foundation. So I tried it over Studio Fix and it turned my face like red orange. Did it just make my face a little oranger?
Definitely a little bit.
It looked sheer on my hand and then I used shade Medium Plus, maybe that's why. I don't see it as something that I would wear by itself because it's almost kind of like a balm, like more of like an editorial look, which I think is, you know, really pretty. I can definitely appreciate it, but I don't know if I want it on my face, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I still gotta play around with it and figure out how to use it, how I end up liking it, but I'm kind of forcing myself to find a way to like it right now. Let me know if you guys have tried it yet. I've talked to some people that work at MAC in store, and some say they like it, some say they absolutely hate it. The tints are all a little bit too cool, in my opinion. I feel like they're kind of a little bit more pink. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. So I'm gonna put on some of the Next to Nothing pressed powder in the shade medium, just where the blush would go. I'm gonna do some on my nose too, just to set it a little bit. Now I'm gonna use the Colourpop blush. It's really pink. Let's get a little hot in here. It didn't get canceled. That's great. That is great news. Great news. I want to take some of this, this is the new Becca Sunchaser palette. It has a bronze blush and highlight. It does have a bronzer in here that has kind of a shimmer in it, so I'm going to try a little bit of that. Anything that has more of like a glow in it, I'm just like, give it to me right now for this look, you know? Just bring a little bit down here. All right, so shall we move on to eyeballs? So this is the MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extend Eye Base. I'm just gonna take some eyeshadow. This is Passion from the Tarte Maneater palette, and just kind of dust it onto the lid. Just to set it a little bit so it's not sticky. All right, so now I'm gonna start with Rosy and buff Rosy into the crease. This is a big blending brush, a Smith 232. I'm just gonna buff it into my happy crease. All right, next I'm gonna go in with Wishy Washy. This one right here, and take that into the crease. And this is a Smith 230. I'm gonna bring it right up to the highest point of the crease right here, kind of like where the eye socket ends. All right, I'm gonna come back in with the first shade that I used, Rosy, and buff out the outer corner a little bit more. Just kind of doing one of these. All right, next I'm gonna take Fluffy, which is the lightest shade in the palette, and I'm gonna pack it like on the lid and inner corner area. All right, next for the inner corner, I used this the other day and it looked really cool. It might be a little too pink, but I'm gonna try it out. This is the Colourpop Forget Me Not Super Shock Cheek color. All right, I'm gonna use the Dose of Colors brush. This is the brush that actually came in here. So I'm gonna use the pencil brush, take a little bit of that pink. And now in the lower lash line, I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing. Start with Rosy with a Luxie 231. And I might even use the bigger brush too, just to make it like really like a smoked out kind of pink. And then I'm gonna go in with Wishy Washy. All right, so what I wanna do next is just add a little bit of dark brown shadow into the lash line. This is probably gonna sound crazy, but this eye is a lot rounder than this eye. Like this one kind of goes. So I'm just gonna kind of lift it a little bit with eyeshadow. This is just a dark brown shadow and a City Color CCL01 brush. I'm pretty sure this is a lip brush. So I'm just gonna kind of lift right here. I really wanted like a dark brown cream. That was ideal, but I didn't have one. All right, now I'm just gonna add some black eyeliner to the lash line. My Inglot gel liner. All right, and I just curl my lashes. I'm gonna put on my Too Faced mascara, Better Than Sex. All right, now it's lash time. I actually haven't worn false lashes in a minute, surprisingly, but you know, you already know what I'm putting on right now, so. All right, and I wanna make it a little bit like more on the bottom lash line, so I'm gonna take the big fluffy brush into Rosy and bring it even lower. Kind of more like a whimsical feel, you know? I want to take a little bit of the next shade deeper and stick it right here. Make the eyes look a little bit more squinty. It's the technique I did in my face chart video and I actually really liked it. Just putting a darker shadow here. All right, now it's time for mascara. Maybelline Big Shot. I gotta do my nose contour. Excited for Pirates of the Caribbean to come out. We're gonna go see it in the theater. You know, I used to go see them at midnight.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I do that again?
It's a little late for me. All right, so now I'm gonna line my lips. I think I'm gonna use Bel Air from Ofra. Because I tried a couple different pinks and they were like way too pink. I ended up kind of looking a little Barbie-ish. And this is LA Girl Natural Lip Liner. All right, so that wraps up this monochromatic makeup tutorial. I feel like this could kind of be like a festival look if you wanted it to. Why not? You can do whatever you want. It's a festival, you know? So let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below, how you liked this makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching.
Do like a Zorro, like a whip?
What?
You just come up here and fuck shit up on Turbo?
Let's do this. A similar...
What is wrong with you today?
What is wrong with me right now?
Just shake it out.
No, I don't know. Fuck that. What did I say it for? I can't decide what lip color I want to wear. Shall I wear? But I don't know what to do with those tossed salad scrub.